What's up everybody, I'm back playing Witcher 1. Unfortunately, the Witcher Leo has just perished to a bolt. Couldn't parry it in flight.
Get them.
And Vesemir is saying not used.
Yes?
Let's go ahead and sleep here. Rest and level up our skills. Basically what we have is that we have achieved some talents, or received some talents, bronze talents to be exact. There's three types: bronze, silver, and gold. Gold is used for the upper tier skills, silver is used for mid tier, and, well, bronze is used for the lower tiers. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade a few skills here. You got your attributes, you got your signs, you got your different fighting styles, and if you upgrade them, you become better at using these different styles. But I'm gonna focus on our core attributes for now. Alright, I've rested up. Let's go talk to Vesemir.
Eskel came by while you were resting. Triss is still unconscious, but stable.
That's a relief.
I've made a decision, Wolf. We abandon Kaer Morhen. There's nothing holding us here.
I see.
We need to bid Leo farewell and wait for Triss to recover.
And the bandits?
Yes, we need to finish things. But first we must make a healing potion for Triss. We'll need to search for ingredients. Nothing useful left here.
I can do that. How do I make the potion?
Lambert will give you the formula. Look for him by the fireplace. He's with our brave sorceress.
Lambert? He doesn't hate Triss?
Feels guilty, I think. The first thing Triss will hear when she wakes is, "Finally awake, Marigold." That's Lambert.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Let's get to work. Later I'll teach you how to extract ingredients from monsters. I'll be in the main hall.
Fine.
Alright, let's go check up on Lambert then. Running up here to the main hall. Frankly, there's gonna be a lot of running in this game as you run from place to place. It'll get boring, just you wait.
Geralt, is something wrong?
No time to talk. I need to make a potion for Triss.
You should find a vial of white gull in the armory on the upper floor. Grab some calcium equum from the evening hall. Look for white stones in one of the chests. If you find any stragglers, finish them. We don't need prisoners. The stairs are through that door. I'd go, but Marigold lies unconscious by the fire.
Lambert, I have to tell you something.
What is it?
Leo. The bandits killed him.
He wasn't ready. What a loss. We'll hunt them down, Wolf. We'll avenge Leo.
I'll find you later.
Yeah, so I've actually played this part recently, so I know the different dialogue options that I should take. So don't be surprised if I'm pretty quick in dialogue options. Gotta keep this thing rolling. Ah, look, our first Salamander straggler. And our second one.
I'll make you squeal.
I'll make you squeal. Well, he sure didn't squeal either. He was plain silent when he died. I can respect that. Let's see here.
You'll regret the day you were
more
born.
Salamandra. There's quite a few of them up here. But let's get to looting some things here before we take care of the rest. We can see them down here.
Mess with me and die.
I'm not dead yet.
I'll make you squeal.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and loot these things. There's some stairs that lead up to Triss's room, as this door says. But we'll not go there just yet. I'll leave that for later because we'll actually have to return there. And let's see what books are in the library. Well, it was the liquid kind, apparently. Let's take care of these two. And that was all of them. It's interesting that, well, I shouldn't start with it's interesting. You actually have the possibility of attacking lightly armored or fast enemies with your heavy attacks, and they go down pretty quickly if you manage to hit. But they're more likely to just dodge your blows, which can be quite annoying. But Monstrum, a portrayal of witchers. Indeed, there is nothing more repulsive than these monsters that defy nature and are known by the name of Witcher, as they are the offspring of foul sorcery and witchcraft. They are unscrupulous scoundrels without conscience or virtue, veritable creatures from hell capable only of taking lives. They have no place amongst decent and honest folk, and this Kaer Morhen where these villains nest and practice foul rituals must be wiped off the face of the earth, and all evil traces of it need to be treated with salt and saltpeter to complete the deed. Basically, propaganda against witchers. Ah, another book, as well as Calcium Equum. A collection of information on an unusually rare monster known as the Frightener. Basically, there are a few books in this game where you have to read them to learn about different kind of monsters and the ingredients you can harvest from these monsters. This is why books are pretty much the most important thing to buy when you have access to them. There's also books about herbalism that you need to read to be able to identify different plants, to be able to pick them later on. But you also need to spend a talent to be able to do herbalism at all. So well, you have to make the I guess investment. Alright, we have the ingredients, but let's go talk to Lambert, Eskel, and Vesemir first. Let's go speak to Vesemir.
Oh, that was a tough fight.
I found a few intruders upstairs, but
I understand they won't be a problem. Lambert, however, let the Frightener get to him. Nothing serious. Good you went after Triss and handled that mage.
she was able to salvage some equipment, but it looks like the main device has vanished.
Our beautiful sorceress was right, I know. You did well, Wolf. Take this armor and sword. I've been keeping them for you.
Are there other Witchers?
There were 3 Witcher schools in all, but it's been long since I've heard word of the other 2. You've met all the Witchers I know of, except for Berengar.
Did I know him?
I don't believe so. An introvert, he chose his own path. Actually, none here can say they know Berengar. He often ran away from Kaer, though he would always return in the end. After the trial of the grasses, he finally accepted his destiny and started training for real.
Why isn't he here?
I don't know. We lost touch with him a while back.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Who was Leo?
One of hundreds of orphans of the war with Nilfgaard. I apprenticed him 6 years ago.
I'm sorry.
We'll recover our secrets and find Leo's murderers, even if they fled to the end of the world.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
You mentioned defending Kaer before.
Yes. 15 Witchers once lived here, training boys for their trials. Only they knew the secrets of mutation. Witchers who set out on the path and failed to assimilate among humans wintered here. Before the battle, 23 Witchers and 40 students called Kaer home. Too damn few for the mob that attacked. I never knew why they came. Some say a sudden explosion of anger born of disdain for Witchers. But no. Someone provoked the mob with flyers filled with lies. Special agents read them to the peasants. Truer still, the fanatics could never have taken the fort without the aid of sorcerers, though they outnumbered us by far. They didn't even spare the youngest. I alone survived, concealed among the corpses. Walk around, Wolf. The skeletons remain. You may find a flyer, there used to be hundreds. Memorize it as a warning of the evil humans can perpetrate.
Not even the younglings were spared.
We'll speak later.
That's quite terrible.
Need anything, Wolf?
I have some questions.
What is it?
You seem to feel at home here.
Well, I've always preferred an armory to a lab. Though Vesemir plays up the importance of potions, he's hardly an expert. After all, he's always taught swordplay. Still, he tries to teach us everything he learned when he was young, and that was a while back. But to be honest, I don't care for all these powders, mushrooms, and other trash.
Tell me about the trial of the grasses.
It's a 3-stage process. The first is the choice. Leo completed it, enduring the hard training and diet.
I presume it's more than your basic lettuce and carrots.
Special mushrooms, mosses, and herbs are grown in the lab. Combined with training, they accelerate muscle growth and digestion, improving the body's general condition.
Does everyone pass the first stage?
Unfortunately not. The liver and heart often fail, the mind sometimes too, resulting in excessive aggression.
I think I've heard enough.
How can I help?
Whoops.
Tell me about the trial of the
It's a
What's the second stage?
The trial of the grasses. More idiotic tales have been conjured up about that than about princesses and dwarves. Before the raid, the lab contained vials, hearths, formulae, herbs, and the grasses. A mage and his magic were all that was lacking.
Did you ever witness a trial?
Just one, our own. I thought I was going to lose it when your hair turned white. The grasses affect the nervous system, so magic must control the process. The trial results in lightning-fast reflexes, reaction times normal people will never attain. Only 4 out of 10 survive.
Quite a cut. And the last stage?
I don't know the specifics. It involves changes like the mutation of the eyes, the bone marrow, hormones. In exchange, we see in the dark, heal much faster than ordinary folk, and gain increased resistance to poison.
Interesting. What's the cost?
We're infertile.
The changes are irreversible?
Entirely.
Did you see the magic storm?
Yes, I was out hunting. Just before the storm came, a swarm of nightjars took flight. Hundreds of them. Gray streaks across the sky, trilling wildly. Usually less of them gather, and their cries rarely sound so desperate. When the storm came, I gave up the hunt and headed toward Kaer. Met the others on the way.
Couldn't Triss have helped with Leo's mutation?
Maybe. It's a little more complicated than that. See, we've never shown her the lab, and the last mutation was completed years ago, before the battle. Vesemir can tell you more.
You really think Triss never used magic to peek inside?
She respects our secrets, and she's done a lot for us. For you. I trust her.
So why haven't you shown her the lab?
Triss would like to use our secrets to heal people and such. I've no doubt she'd try, but it's never that simple. Ever heard of the gnome Alfred Nabel?
Eskel, I have amnesia.
An incomparable inventor, like most of his race. Through years of research, he discovered an amazing substance. He intended it for use in mines and quarries. Though a genius, Alfred failed to foresee his invention's possible applications. Others quickly realized that a substance designed to rip granite from the ground could destroy castle walls. Some even considered using it in open battle.
I get it. So what happened to Alfred's discovery?
Mages stopped it from spreading. Alfred committed suicide, and his lab burned down.
I'm sure it was
We'll talk later.
not at all assisted suicide. Let's go speak with Lambert then. Oh, also we got ourselves some armor and a Witcher's steel sword and the Frightener's vision. Gives us a potion recipe.
What do you need?
Done. I have the ingredients, and it's safe upstairs.
Good. You'll need 2 more things to make the potion. The claw of a mighty beast, and some celandine. Vesemir will tell you where to find them. Let me teach you the formula.
Yes?
Lambert gave me the formula.
I take it you already have white gall and calcium equum.
I do. What next?
You'll need celandine. Take what I have. Plus the claw of a monster like the Frightener. To skin a creature, take a sharp knife and cut along the torso. You'll find the Frightener's carcass in the upper courtyard. Once you've extracted the claw, rest by the fire while making the potion.
Yes, I have white gull. I really like Vesemir's voice actor. He also played another character in one of my favorite RPGs called Diego from the Gothic games. Gothic 1, Gothic 2 actually. I don't recall if he was back for Gothic 3, but I don't think so. Here we have the Frightener. So, as you can see, the Frightener died. Didn't matter really what our choice was during the introduction, or the prologue. The Frightener dies either way. Part of the reason why I chose to go with Savola instead, as well as other reasons. Now they've moved Triss to the upper tower here, but I can rest and make myself the potion. You'll see the potion crafting over here. Basically, you have different ingredients: vitriol, vitriol, rebus, Quebrith, aether, and hydrogenum. Or hydrogenum. But we have just enough ingredients to create this potion, and we can rest. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough to make the Frightener's Vision potion, which would give us a bronze talent to spend. But we'll get to that, I believe, once we start getting some proper monsters to fight. Let's take a run up here. As you might recall, there were stairs leading to Triss's room. But actually, I'm going to go ahead and speak to Lambert as well. If I recall, he was somewhere around here. There we have him.
What is it, Wolf?
Leo said he almost defeated you.
We were sparring when that storm arrived. My medallion jerked so hard I almost fell. The boy saw an opening. He certainly had potential. Then Marigold appeared, shaking, delirious. She insisted we chase the wild hunt. Vesemir agreed. He always had a soft spot for her.
You dislike Triss?
She's too pretentious for my taste.
Any thoughts on the attackers?
Amateurs. If not for the mage and the frightener, we'd have beaten them blindfolded.
But they had a mage and a frightener. They robbed us and killed Leo.
True, but we'll find them.
We'll speak later.
The last conversation option there was basically he can explain to you which fighting styles are good against which types of monsters, as well as explain a little bit about the fighting styles. But I already know most of that, so let's go ahead and steal everything we can from Triss's room before giving her the potion.
Oh.
Man, her armor is so stripperific.
Thank you, Geralt.
I hope this potion helps.
That was terrible. I dreamt Lambert was with me. He was staring at me, saying things like, "Don't go dying on me, Marigold," calling me big-headed. I'm so glad to see you. What?
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I know we should set out, but I have a feeling we won't be back. Perhaps ever. Won't you stay just a bit longer? With me?
I suppose we have some time.
I'm so happy you're back. When I saw you, all the feelings I tried to deny returned, stronger than ever.
Triss, I'm not ready to talk about the past.
Of course. I shouldn't pressure you. I just feel so... the powers. I'm behaving like a teenager. Let's focus on the present. I guess I disappointed you all. Forgive me.
Nothing to forgive. What I felt when I learned you were alive, hard to compare to anything.
Oh,
Except maybe what I feel as I look at you.
I missed you so. Let's see if the best bed in Kaer can hold us.
And here we come to the best part of the entire game. The card collection, of course. Nothing beats this.
Geralt, a pleasure, as always.
As always?
You don't remember anything?
Unfortunately.
Well, you have something to look forward to then. No matter. Tell me, how did the battle end?
They broke into the lab, killed Leo, stole our mutagens, and escaped.
Poor Vesemir. Another protege dead prematurely.
We delayed the funeral until you awoke.
Thank you. As for the mutagens, their loss could prove catastrophic. Let's not lose any more time. Unless there's something you'd like to ask me?
Know anything more about the sorcerer who ransacked the lab?
He's very powerful. He completely controlled the energy he drew from the circle. We may soon be facing another Vilgefortz.
Who?
No matter. I have something I'd like to teach you.
We got the formula for cat, a potion.
Geralt, can we go?
Can you restore my memory?
I'd have to examine you. There's a good chance your memory will return on its own.
How much chance?
That's difficult to say. It might help if I knew what caused you to lose your memory.
Well, no time for that now.
Geralt, can we go?
The theft. What are its possible consequences?
Most sorcerers and rulers would sell their greedy, power-hungry souls to get the mutagens. Only a master of the arcane arts can use that knowledge. Not many of those left.
What about wealthy merchants, dukes, kings?
Perhaps. Anything's possible, but speculating wastes time. We just don't have enough information.
True.
Geralt, can we go?
I need to do something. I'll come back and get you when I'm ready.
Alright, so once I speak to Trist, we're gonna see a cutscene, and yeah, I believe this is where I'm going, or that's where I'm going to end today's session. So let's just go ahead and save before I do, and catch you on the next one.
Geralt,
We shouldn't keep Vesemir waiting.
come on then.
We don't know where the bandits came from or who's behind them. We'll draw attention if we venture out as a group. By splitting up, we can also cover more territory.
I'll go west. I know a few people there, and I prefer the coastal
Then
climate.
I'll head east, to Kedwin, unless someone objects.
That's fine. Which way should I go?
South, to Temeria. King Foltest owes you a debt of gratitude. Some time ago you removed a curse from his daughter. You might happen on the bandits' trail there. And you, Triss?
I'll try to use my influence to find the bandits. If I learn anything, I'll contact Geralt. I'll gather what information I can and find you in Vizima.
Triss.
Don't, Geralt. I detest goodbyes. I'm liable to cry, and there's nothing more pathetic than a sorceress in tears. Don't get killed, Geralt. I don't think I could deal with that again. I'll see you soon.
See you, Triss.